What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Lockdown 23 and 1. I hope you have your milk and cookies ready for this one because I'm bringing 3 epic stories from the county jail your way. And also, I got a lot of content, fresh new content coming y'all's way, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about it at the end of this video. And I want y'all to let me know in the comment section what you think, if it's going to be something that you would want to watch before I go ahead and make the content, you know what I mean? Alright, so with that being said, let's go ahead and jump into the 3 stories, and keep this in mind, there's a constant in every story, and that is an orange. An orange. This is 3 crazy stories about how I obtained an orange, okay? In city jail, county jail, oranges are a very high commodity for the simple fact they don't want you cooking wine or anything of that nature. So they give you, they don't give you oranges hardly ever. The only people to get oranges is people that are like diabetic. They get a snack packet in a night. It comes with an orange and some cheese and some crackers, okay? Now, every now and then they would serve oranges on the tray. Very rare, you know what I mean? So any fruit or like vegetables that you would get fresh was a super high commodity in jail. All right, so the first story is about 2 diabetics, okay? These guys used to gamble everything that they had when it came to state stuff because they didn't have no canteen, no commissary, no money from the streets, but they would gamble their state cakes and their oranges and their crackers and their cheese, all the little stuff that the state gives them. They would gamble it throughout the day just to kill time, and they would always be gambling very nice and friendly, okay? There was never any problems with them gambling. One would pay the other one would pay the other, and there was never any issues. But they would never gamble anyone else. They would never gamble anyone else, which pissed me off because I wanted them oranges, you know what I mean? And everybody wanted an orange. Every time they bring them snack packs in and people were starving, like, God, I wish I was a diabetic. You know what I mean? Anyways, this particular night, things got a little heated, my friends. That's right, man. They were not seeing eye to eye. And one dude owed him the whole bag, the whole diabetic snack bag. And he was like, I don't owe you. And he's like, you do owe me. And, they're about to fight. So before, they got to fighting, dude that owed the snack bag, he was like, oh, you want the snack bag? And he threw the whole freaking snack bag directly at this dude's head. And the orange, the orange rolls out of the bag when it hits the floor. And they're rumbling, okay? After he threw the bag at the dude's head, they started rumbling instantly, okay? Now the orange, when it rolled out, when it hit the floor and it rolled out the bag, it rolled right in front of my cell. So I'm like this. I grabbed that jank through the bars because even though the gates were open, I was in my bunk watching TV. And I leaned up and I grabbed that freaking orange off the ground, put it right underneath my mattress. Underneath my mattress. And look, after they were done rumbling and everything, and dude, no one got caught. The police didn't see it down there in the 87 part, the old jail. You can rumble all day and the police ain't gonna know. So they got their thing off, they got the rumbling and everything was squashed, and that it is what it is. So dude went to go pick up his orange and stuff that he rightfully won, and he picked up the cheese and the crackers and he couldn't find the orange. So he was like, bro, who's got my orange? Who's got my orange? And the whole time I'm just sitting in the bunk. The whole time I was like, I don't know, bro, I didn't see it come this way, dog. Bars rolled, I was grubbing on that orange like a freaking chimpanzee. I was like, yo, when that gates rolled at night, boy, that was the best orange I ever had. I'll never forget it. Don't think of me any other way now. I was still a little grimy when I first went to jail, man. For real, I really was. That orange was vital. I had to have it, and I got it. And there wasn't nothing he could say about it. You know what I mean? I don't care if he's, he won it fair and square. That's just the type of guy I was back then, man. Orange rolls up by my cell. I'm taking it, homeboy. Anyways, that's the first story about an orange. That was a delicious orange. Now, this story is actually a little more serious and sad. This was in 2005. I'll never forget it. I'm not good with dates or years, but I remember this year because it was very crazy. It was very crazy. I was just entered jail. I was just fresh to jail. But I was doing, I felt like I was a veteran already within a few months of being in jail. And I was very grimy. Very grimy. I was still on, that crazy stuff. But this cell that I was in, there was this guy, he came in and he got in a cell not next to me. The cell next to me was empty. He got in a cell right next to that. And when he came in, I was already in there for a few months or so, and I was facing a lot of charges. And at night, we would talk. You know what I mean? Everyone would talk when they were locked up in the bars and stuff. And I was talking to this dude this particular night. He was in there for about 3 nights, and every night we would talk. And he told me about his family and what he was in there for. And it wasn't even nothing serious, man. It was like some white-collar crime. I can't remember, but I know that it wasn't nothing too serious. And he told me about his family, his kids. We even talked about our dogs at the time. I had a Rottweiler, man. I missed that dog so much. And I talked to him about that at night. And we kind of got close, man. He just seemed like a normal guy. You know, he wasn't no gangster. He wasn't no street guy. He was just a normal, looked like an office worker. You know, he reminded me of like an office worker, you know, white-collar guy. So anyways, one night, and he used to get oranges too. I guess he was a diabetic. He used to get orange snack bags. Because this was the only way he could gotten one. But anyways, one night I woke up in the middle of the night and there was like freaking 14 deputies in the block. All the lights came on and it was like 14 deputies in the block, and they were all just, I mean, I was in a daze because I just woke up, and they were all by a dude's cell. And you know, we were all asking what the hell's wrong, what's going on with homeboy, you know what I mean? And everyone was telling us that, you know, all the inmates were saying that he might have went into a diabetic shock or something. Well, it turns out, dude hung himself. He killed himself in the cell right next to me. And we didn't find that out till the next day when a cooler deputy came on and told us exactly what happened. Homeboy killed himself. But this is the crazy part about it. Don't judge me. Don't judge me now. This is before I knew he done killed himself. Okay, when they left, they packed up all his stuff, and the only thing in there was, you know, when people leave the cell, the inmates always go in the cell to see if they left anything. And I did. I went in there. I was like the first guy to go in there and see if they left anything. And I had a really crappy mattress, okay? And the mattress that he had was brand new. They call them Cadillacs. It was a brand new jank, you know what I mean? So I was like, ooh. So I went and grabbed his mattress, swapped him out. And underneath his mattress was an orange. I was like, ooh, an orange. You know what I mean? I rinsed that jank off and crushed it, you know what I mean? And that was all before I knew homeboy killed himself. So literally, I was eating a death orange, and I was sleeping on a death mat. Absolutely unbelievable, and I'll never forget the rest of my life. Now, this story is crazy as hell. Y'all ready for this one? Man, all right, where do I begin? All right, this guy came in the block. Well, kid. He was a kid. And I'm older now. Okay, this is like my 4th time coming into freaking lockup. And I'm a little older and wiser, and I've been through the penitentiary system, and you know, I'm a vet. So I'm sitting there with this kid that is always on the phone with his grandma. He would snap on his I thought it was absolutely hilarious, but other people were like, man, this kid is pathetic. You know what I mean? He was like 18 years old, and he would sit on the phone, and he'd be like, Grandma! He'd be like, Grandma, I need a freaking care package now. I need a care package now. You know, little snack things that people order him. He would snap on his grandma like loud as hell for everyone to hear, right? And people were getting mad at him, like, how can you disrespect your grandma like that? You know what I mean? And I thought it was absolutely hilarious. I was entertained by it. I would just post up by the phone every single time he got on the phone, just so I could hear some crazy nonsense. You know, it was absolutely, or he would be like, Grandma, I told you I need this lawyer. This lawyer is what I need. Do you not understand me? You know, he would just be snapping on his grandma. So this particular day, they served oranges in the jail to everybody. Everybody had an orange, and I was sitting at this table eating my food, and the little dude was right next to me, the kid. And we were eating food, watching TV, and news was on. And then out of nowhere, his picture came onto the screen. I looked at the screen, I said, huh. And the dude was in there for stabbing his mom 8 times in the back. For real. So I'm looking at the screen, and then I look back at him, and he's looking at me. I said, bro, is that for real? You did that? He goes, yeah, but it didn't happen like that. You know what I mean? So instantly, he had his orange in his hand. I smacked the orange out of his hand, and he looked at me like he was about to do something. So I stood up instantly like an animal. I said, what you gonna freaking do, dog? Huh? Huh? And he didn't say nothing. So I slowly got up, walked over there, picked up the orange, and then I walked back, and it was like he thought I was going to give him the orange back, like apologize or something. I took that freaking orange myself and put it right underneath my pillow. I was going to eat that jank later. That's how I got another freaking orange in jail. You know what I mean? And that kid checked out about 2 days later after his face was on the television, and it turned out that this dude stabbed his mom 8 times in the back over a video game. Can you believe that, man? So now it explains everything on how he was talking to his grandma. He's a freaking selfish little punk, man. And for real, oh my God, it took every ounce of me not to just destroy that dude. But I knew that he was going to get it somewhere down the road. Somewhere, you know what I mean? And not me, but before he left the block, someone screamed to him. He said, "We're going to tell everyone, every block what you've done, bro. You ain't going to be able to live in this jail." You know what I mean? And that's what it was. That's how it ended. And that is how it happens, man. You think you can escape by leaving the block? Man, people are going to shoot kites everywhere. And once they play your freaking picture on that TV, it's a wrap. I remember I watched this one guy. I used to play cards with this one guy. And this guy wasn't really in there for doing anything bad, but he got drunk. He was on the news. He got drunk and he passed out on a person's couch that wasn't even his house or anything. You know? He broke into a house, fell asleep, and he even took a shower, fell asleep on their couch. People came home and they're like, "Yo, what the hell are you doing on my couch, bro?" So dude was in jail for breaking and entering. And I was like, "Bro, what happened?" He said, "Bro, I was so high and drunk, I don't even know what happened." You know what I mean? And that is what it was, man. It was absolutely hilarious to see him on TV. It looked so ridiculous. And ever since then, everyone joked him because he broke into a house just to take a shower and nap on their couch. You know, you never know who you're going to see on TV and the newspapers. And one of the red flags that there's someone crazy in your block or jail, they will take the newspapers for the day because they're either on the front page and they don't want them to be exposed, or they'll turn the TVs off for the whole day because they don't want anybody to see it on the news. You know what I mean? They do that in jails with people with high-profile cases or vicious cases because they don't want them to get freaking killed. So yeah, those are 3 ways that I obtained oranges in the city jail, man. It's crazy, crazy. Oranges are a very high commodity. And I'll tell you what, when you haven't had an orange in 6-7 months and you bite into that orange, it's like you just got hit with 50 freaking cans of Sprite and citrus. It's like overwhelming taste to your taste buds. Everything in jail is so bland. So when you bite into an orange or an apple, after not having this stuff for months and months, it's just a great feeling, man. It's absolute comfort food, eating fruits and vegetables while you're locked up. It just makes you feel so much better and refreshed. Anyways, let's get into the content that I'm going to be bringing y'all's way. I want y'all to let me know exactly if you think this would be good stuff, okay? First things first, I'm about to get a gym membership at Anytime Fitness, strictly for the fact that I can go in there, let's say 1 in the morning and start working out, or 4 in the morning and start working out when nobody's in there. I can bring the cameras in there and really show y'all some really excellent workouts with machines, free weights, and all that stuff, because I started to take the working out much more serious. And I want y'all to experience and watch me work out. Hopefully it motivates you, because I promise on everything I love, my children, my family, working out makes you feel so much better. It releases anxiety, depression. It releases so much stress. After you work out and you get the best night's sleep, especially the day after when you're all sore, you stretch and you're like, ah, and you just go right back to sleep. Working out does wonders mentally and physically. A lot of people have mental problems out there of depression, stress, anxiety, panic attacks. I'm telling you right now, if you haven't tried working out, try it. It will make you feel 100 times better. It makes you feel more alive. You're actually on a natural high. For real. No joke. Also, coming up next week on Friday, I was invited to an amateur wrestling match. It's called Black Gate Wrestling, okay? Black Gate Wrestling. It's real. It's like wrestlers, you know, amateur wrestling, not like high school wrestling, but like WWE wrestling type stuff. And I'm going down there. It's in West Virginia. I talked about it on a live stream before. It's in West Virginia. I'm going out there Friday the 24th. And I emailed dude and I said, bro, can I get in the ring? You know what I mean? So, and he said, yeah, so hopefully I can get up in that ring. I want to choke slam someone, man. Or someone can choke slam me. I don't care. I just want to do some kind of wrestling move up in there, you know? That'd be awesome, man. Or maybe get on the mic. Tell them to start chanting, free Grizz, free Grizz. That'd be awesome, man. So yeah, that's something that's coming y'all's way. August 24th. God willing, you know, as long as nothing happens on the way there. It is an 8-hour drive. So anything can happen, but we'll see. And also for Halloween, I got a lot of stuff planned, man. I'm planning on taking the GoPros into many haunted houses. Like, you know, haunted house, not like real haunted houses, but the ones that people make and you walk through and they try scaring you. I'm going to take the GoPro through as many of them as possible. And they have a lot around my area. Some crazy ones too. So I think y'all will enjoy that. And also, someone that I knew that used to do ghost hunting, I guess he's stopping the ghost hunting business and he's selling all of his equipment. So I'm going to be buying all that equipment. That's right. And I know my old lady loves it. My old lady loves it. Even though I don't agree with it, I don't think you should even contact spirits or try to in any way, shape, or form. But hey, you know, my old lady don't like me playing video games all day, but she respects it. You know what I mean? So if she wants to do this stuff, hey, I'll help her out with it and let her have a little fun and maybe go some places where she could use her little gadgets and stuff. But I'm gonna buy them and we're gonna go all over these crazy, scary places. This channel is not always gonna be about prison. I think y'all have already recognized that. But yeah, I just want to bring fresh content y'all's way, and I think this is stuff that I would like to watch on YouTube. So let me know what you think. If you think this is gonna be good stuff for y'all to watch, and if you got any ideas, please, hey, by all means, leave it in the comment section. I'm open to any kind of ideas. I've made plenty of videos where people ask me to talk about certain subjects. Okay, so if you think your comment doesn't get read, I can almost promise you, okay, it does. I read almost all the comments, even though I don't reply back, because if I reply to someone, you know, I try to reply to the first like 50 people that comment on a video. But if I keep going up, or if I comment like at the 300 comment, then people might get a little jealous and say, well, why didn't he comment on my comment? You know what I mean? So I try to stop it at you know, at a cut marker. But I do read them. So if you got any kind of ideas or subjects you might want to hear me talk about, it doesn't have to be about penitentiary, it could be about life. Anything. My point of views. Leave it in there, man. You know what I mean? I'll read it. Okay? Anyways, until next time, I hope you enjoyed these 3 stories, and I hope you're looking forward to the content I got coming y'all's way. This channel's just beginning, man. For real. Even though we're at over 100,000 subscribers, this channel is brand new channel. It's fresh to the YouTube platform. I've got a lot of stuff planned for the future of this channel for y'all's entertainment. So if you haven't hit that like and subscribe button, please do so now. And don't forget to check all the links in the description of the video. Go buy yourself some merchandise. Check me out on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram. Add me up on all that good stuff. And I hope from this day forth, every time you eat an orange, you think about death. That's right.